For this year's DNR budget, Governor Rick Snyder has outlined a restructured package of licenses that will generate vital revenue to better support our state's fishing and wildlife programs. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers here on location at the state capitol. Joining me today is Keith Creagh, the Director of the Department of Natural Resources. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
These are actually changes that are good news for your organization, correct? Hopefully generating some more revenue for the DNR?
Actually, it's great news, and as many of your viewers know, Michigan has great outdoor activities and wildlife and fisheries. We're third in the country for hunting. We're fifth in the country for fishing. It's big business. It's a $5 billion business. And so part of the governor's budget was, first he put some general funds in our budget to make sure that we broaden the funding opportunities or the base. Second was a restructuring package of licenses.
You talk about hunting and fishing, and so I think of all the hardcore hunters, if you will, but the DNR and the environment really, also includes boaters and campers and all us regular non-hunting people.
Well, absolutely. We're second in the country to California in camping. We had 22 million campers in our state parks, and we were just named #1 fly fishing state in the country by Field and Stream. So we got a lot to be proud of.
So the new licensing will do what? Not only bring in more money, but hopefully make it easier to acquire a license, and perhaps we might see more folks applying?
Well, absolutely. We had 227 different types of licenses. That's a little complicated. So actually the governor's budget proposal says let's only have 31. That still sounds a little bit complicated. But for fishing, it's just an all-species fishing license. So we can say, here's your license, go fish. It will generate about $18 million. We have worked with our stakeholders. About half of that goes back out into direct habitat improvement or grants with our stakeholders. But what our commitment is, you'll see more COs in the woods to have a safe and enjoyable experience. You'll get some habitat improvement in fisheries. We'll fix your license problems when you're trying to buy a license and you stand in line too long. We'll do some more marketing and outreach for attention and attraction of some of those new young hunters. And
then that money, you said most of it going back right into to programming, keeping some folks out in the woods, making sure folks are safe, but also really maintaining and improving the habitat as well, correct?
Well, exactly right. As you know, deer hunting's iconic in this state. We need to pay attention to wildlife habitat for that. We can do a better job paying attention to upland game species. We can do a better job paying attention to some of our hatcheries. We have hatcheries around the state that are in need of repair, and that's somewhat critical to the Great Lakes fishery.
Is the DNR and what you do primarily funded through licensing? I know there are taxpayer dollars that do go into the organization, but it's really a user fee, is it not? It's
almost entirely user fee. We have 6% general funds, and that's about a half a penny a day per taxpayer in this state. So really it is funded on the backs of those that use the resource. So as we broaden that out, especially as those non-traditional users use the resource, those that are mountain biking, those that are out cross-country skiing, kayaking, historically they have not paid hunting and fishing license fee. They could help support the department by buying a rec passport, though. As you know, that's a highly successful program, and that gets you into a state park or state managed area. It's $11 when you renew your license plate.
And even if you're just going to go to Sleeping Bear Dunes, for example, and drive up and look at the beauty for the day, I think one trip almost pays for itself.
Well, one trip certainly pays for itself, and for $11, it's a great deal.
It is a great deal. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Keith Creagh, the Director of the Department of Natural Resources.